Hello guys, so today as you could tell by the title and the thumbnail of this video, I'm gonna be teaching you how to use After Effects 100% for beginners. You don't need to have any editing knowledge to understand this tutorial, so
Without further ado, let's just get into this tutorial.
the first thing that you're gonna see once you open After Effects is this panel. This panel is referred to as the home panel, and it's basically just a compilation of all the projects you've created before. Probably don't have any because obviously you haven't created any projects. So the way you create a project is by going over to this blue icon and it says new project. I think that's self-explanatory. So you just click it and this is going to open after you click it. Then you go over to new composition, you click. First, I'm gonna be talking about the composition name. This is just gonna be the name of the project that you're gonna create. I'm just gonna call this YouTube tutorial. Alright, then we go to the settings, and this is basically just going to be the aspect ratio of your edit. I usually do 1920 by 1080, which is just like the YouTube format, but to make a square format, just do 1080 by 1080. And the frame rate, I'm actually just gonna do 30 frames per second, and this is gonna be the duration of your compositions. You can see minus 27 seconds, but I'm actually just gonna change this to 5 seconds because I don't want to make it too long. Then click over to OK. So after you click OK, this is gonna pop up and you probably feel so overwhelmed, but don't worry, I'm gonna show you how to use everything that you need. So to import your media, you can either click on this panel that says project and double click on import file and add your clip. You can also just do Control I for a shortcut, just up to your preference. As you can see, this is just plain black and you're gonna be like, oh, where's my clip? All you have to do is hold onto your clip and then drag it into the composition. And as you can see, it appears, wow, how magical. Alright, so first off, I'm gonna start off with the tools. Here is the selection tool, and this is just going to be the thing that allows you to move your clip around. Then this is gonna be the hand tool, and this allows you to like move around the panel. I don't really use this, but sometimes it comes in handy. Then it's going to be the zoom tool, which just allows you to zoom into your clip. Yeah, I think that's too much. Then there's the rotation tool, which allows you to rotate your clip. Then we're gonna go over to a rectangle tool, and this is just gonna allow you to make a rectangular mask of your clip. And if you hold down, you're gonna see that you have different shapes. So if I want to do a star transition, I'm just gonna click on this, and wow, you see a star. Then you have the pen masking tool, and this is just gonna allow you to mask your clip in any shape that you want. Then you have your text tool, which obviously allows you to add text, so I'm just gonna say I. Then I don't really use these tools, so I'm just gonna skip over those. Now we're gonna get into real editing. So the first thing that I like to do for my edits is adding velocity. So basically starting fast to then going really slow. And the way I do that is by using time remap. So you just click twice on this icon. And what time remap is just basically makes the frames of the clip smoother. I know other people like using Twixtor, but my computer is not powerful enough to handle Twixtor, so I just use this method instead. Then to add the keyframes for your velocity, you're just gonna double click onto your clip, go to time, and then enable time remapping. As you can see, once you do that, After Effects automatically adds keyframes at the start and at the end of your clip. So the way I do my velocity is I just leave this keyframe as it is, and I go towards like kinda the end of the clip, so about here. So add a keyframe right here towards the end, but not at the very end. And then just move these keyframes so the keyframe that you just added goes a little bit over the end. Then just highlight these keyframes, double click on one of them, Keyframe Assistant, and Easy Ease. Then head over to your graph editor. I like doing this in terms of speed graphs. Click on this side, and then I like pulling all this all the way to the left, and this just a little bit like 80%. So as you can see, it starts fast and then it slows down. Now I'm just gonna crop this video so it fits the frame in the way that I want it to. Then I'm gonna introduce a really important part to editing in After Effects. You're just gonna double click go to pre-compose, click on the circle, make sure the square is also checked off, and click on OK. And as you can see, this automatically makes my video the aspect ratio of my composition. Then I'm just going to show you the 3 core transitions that are in basically every single edit. So I'm going to show you how to do a zoom, a rotation, and a slide. First, I'm going to start off with the zoom because I think it's the easiest. So just click on S on your keyboard and add a keyframe scale and move the keyframe so it's a little bit towards the end. Click on your clip and change this to around 50. Then highlight your keyframes, right click on one of them, keyframe assistant, and easy ease. I like to do these transitions in terms of value graph, so click on this and then just go to value graph. Now click on your graph and make it so it's something like this. But as you can see, there's black borders. The way to get rid of those borders is by adding an effect called motion tile. So head over to effects and presets, look for motion tile, and while still being clicked on your clip, double click on motion tile. And I like to do 300 by 300 for my output width and output height. And this is just your preference, but you can leave it like this without mirror edges, just your tiles, or you can do it like this. And I'm actually just gonna leave it like this because I think it looks a little bit better. So this is what it should look like. Now I'm gonna do rotation. For rotation, all you have to do is click on R on your keyboard and it's going to bring you to the rotation section. Then add a keyframe towards the very end of your clip. And you can either do this counterclockwise or clockwise. I'm just going to do this one counterclockwise, so I'm just going to do -90. I'm just going to ease my keyframes, you already know. And I'm going to make the same graph that I made before. And this is what it should look like. So now I'm just gonna do a slide coming out of the left. So while being clicked on your clip, click on P. And After Effects has this really weird thing where you have to separate the dimensions to add value graphs to your keyframes. But it's very simple to do. You just have to double click on position and separate dimensions. And for horizontal slides, all you have to do is add keyframes to the X position. So that's what I'm gonna do.
Guys, I forgot to mention this, but you should move the first keyframe that you added to the end of the clip like this.
And then go to the very start of your clip and I'm just gonna make it so it's like about this much. Then you're just gonna highlight your keyframes and easy ease them like always. Now I'm just gonna make a similar graph to the one I made before. So this is what it should look like. But alright, that's gonna be everything. If you enjoyed this, please subscribe to my channel and head over to my TikTok. I'll link it down below. If you have any recommendations, please leave them in the comments and I'll see you next time. Bye.